Title: The Shadow on the Beach. Milton had spent more than 20 years pushing his ice cream cart along the dusty paths that connected the small coastal towns to the tourist beaches. Children knew him by name, and the sound of the little bell on his cart usually meant laughter, sticky hands, and melting popsicles under the hot sun. But one evening, everything changed. It had been a slow day. The beach had emptied earlier than usual, and the sun had already slipped behind the horizon before Milton could begin his journey back to town. The path he followed wound through rows of tall coconut palms, their leaves whispering in the warm coastal wind. As he pushed the heavy cart along the dirt road, Milton felt something strange, the feeling of being watched. At first he ignored it. The path was often quiet at sunset, but after a few minutes he heard slow footsteps behind step. Milton stopped and turned around. At the far end of the path stood a thin man dressed entirely in white, wearing a wide palm hat that shadowed his face. The stranger walked slowly toward, dragging one foot across the ground in an unnatural rhythm. Milton forced a smile. Evening bread. Heading to town. The man said nothing. The figure passed. Milton noticed something stirred. The man's skin looked dark and strangely shiny. His movements almost mad. Then the wind, a deep sorrowful moan through the Milton heart. Sound seemed to follow the tape. Suddenly he gasped. For a brief moment under the shadow below a whisper. Milton began praying out loud, running down the path, light the way and find back to the hill cell. He never traveled. Somehow the wind moved through the hill. Step.